Pokemon-style monster collecting mixed with a high school/life sim? Yeah, there's a whole lot to talk about here in Persona 5, and I'm about to tell you all about it. Hello gamers, welcome to the Game of Shows. And this is, drumroll please.
Drumroll please. Drumroll.
The premiere video of the channel, of what is hopefully many more to come. I will be doing game and TV reviews, top 10 lists, let's plays, and future weekly segments where I hope to get plenty of viewer interaction. But for now, on to the review. I've been waiting for this game to release for a while now. I was late to get into this game in the Persona series, but 4 was my first go-around. Now, the Persona franchise dates back to the PS1 days. What is Persona 5? I won't go into story too much here to avoid spoilers, because that's what Persona is, story. It doesn't support multiplayer, it is simply a one-person show and it truly works. It's part monster collecting RPG and part life sim that places you in the role of a high school student. You have to juggle your studies, work, and personal life. This combo really makes it a great game to play. After hours of grinding your way through one of the many palaces, say you start to get bored with all that. Okay, all you have to do is hop back into the real world and schedule a date with a friend, or go study. You actually have tests every so often, so it pays to study and pay attention to what your teachers say during classes. Questions they ask can actually come back on the test, and it always feels satisfying to answer one of those questions you got wrong in class. Story. I'm not going to go into it too much to avoid spoiling anything. What I can tell you is you're a new kid in town starting your new life, you're already labeled a troublemaker, you find a mysterious app on your phone and you can't get rid of it. It gives you access to the metaverse. It's an alternate universe where you find bad people to battle. You meet others in school that want to help you steal the hearts of the no-good scum that you came across. You form a group, and the rest I will leave you to find out for your own. It's a very compelling story with lots of twists and plenty of content. I give it a 10 out of 10. Graphics. Overall, I enjoyed the graphics here. I enjoyed the switch to the red color scheme. Choice is a nice look for the game's darker themes. Plus, red and hearts just kind of go together. The anime cutscenes may be the real flash of the game. They just look amazing.
See ya.
What a show off. You're so reckless, you know that?
The enemies all look great, they're interesting, although there are several repeats from previous games. I do feel like the graphics were improved over Persona 4 in all aspects. However, there were a few things to complain about here. Some bits feel a little oversimplified, like the random people that were walking around the cities. They disappear when you get too close, or they just look very under-detailed. I would have liked something a little closer to the Yakuza 0, when you walk around and you bump into people and you knock them down and they're like, hey, what's going on? All in all, it's just minor complaints. I give the graphics an 8 overall. The animations in this game are amazing. They keep the ADD in me at bay. Seriously though, the animations and the story are the two best reasons to play this game. They are polished, everything seems to be animated also. Here are just a few examples of how to make what should be a boring area in a game interesting.
Give it up! Let's get serious! Finish him! How's that? Scratch one enemy.
Kudos to you, Atlas. I mean, even the outline on the text boxes are animated. What more is there to say about this? A perfect 10. The sound in this game is really good. I can't really find much to complain about other than maybe a little high-end in the menu screens. All the JRPGs seem to have it, going all the way back to the Final Fantasy days. Voice is good as well. It kind of reminds me of watching a dubbed anime.
He does whatever the hell he wants. Who does he think he is, the king of a castle? Don't you agree?
Not everything is translated to perfect English, but I like that. It gives character. They didn't bother Americanizing the names of characters or places, so why do it completely for the dialogue? It just wouldn't make sense. Some lines of dialogue are spoken and some are not. I have just come to expect this for JRPGs, even though it's semi-disappointing. Some of the voices are a bit kiddish. All personal preference on the voice acting style there. It's not enough to really affect my enjoyment of the game. I give sound and voice an 8.5. The tracks are all fantastic, but like the enemies, a lot of the songs repeat from previous games. Not only are they repeats from old games, but the game is so long that you're gonna hear these songs so many times you're gonna wanna bash your head against a wall. I can think of worse songs to listen to though for 100 hours, but no matter how good they are, they will get on your nerves. Trust me, by the end of this game, they will get on your nerves. Music gets an 8. This brings us to fun factor. This might be the most important aspect of a game to me. Was it fun? The short answer here is yes. Buy the game now. Go get it. Just stop the video, go get it. There are tons of things to do here. I could spend hours creating the perfect persona alone, and then testing them out on enemies is great. When you get your new personas, you can fuse them together, take old powers from them, add them, choose your power, create the perfect killing machine. They are just fantastic. It's always a good time trying to juggle whether to strengthen a personal bond with one of your companions or whether you should go to work at your part-time job to earn enough money to buy that new piece of equipment. Working and studying and doing other various items will also increase non-battle related skills that are affected in the real world, like proficiency, kindness, and knowledge. Raising these unlocks new things to do. I found it awesome that 30 hours into the game, they were still introducing new places, new concepts, new characters. It just kept driving my gameplay. Some complaints would be in the dialogue choices. Sometimes I felt like they didn't have much of an impact on the situation. However, it wasn't like that in all situations. The game gets more fun as it goes, believe me, as the beginning acts as a long tutorial, introducing you to all the places and things you can do. It just goes a bit long, drags out a little slow, and feels quite a bit of the choices are out of your hands for the first 5 to 8 hours. However, I still wanted to keep playing, always. I want to stop right now and go back to playing. It's kind of obsessive. I give the fun factor a 10.
Oh shit! Oh shit, it's them!
You amateur! Stay still! Hey, you!
What? Takamaki?
Oh! Oh, what a meowvelous and beautiful girl! We're gonna die! We're so gonna die! Hey, what the?
They'll spare you, jerk!
Charm. Ooh-wee, does this game ever have charm. From the bold, colorful animations to the zany, lovable characters. I'm looking at you, Morgana. To the need to hang with your buds, to increase their social bonds and skills, it's just jam-packed full of charm. Some people may not like the charm here, and will call it lame. To that I say, you are lame. Another 10. Difficulty. Here comes my biggest gripes of the entire game. Normal mode is easy, hard mode is normal, and easy is kid mode. I started on hard and found it a bit challenging in the beginning. Once I finished that first palace though, I really started finding my groove. If I didn't get the jump on the enemy though, I would sometimes end up dying in what felt a semi-cheap fashion. But many times I had taken advantage of the enemies in the same way with weak spots and then rushing them with an all-out attack. I felt the few cheap deaths I encountered were warranted. Overall, the difficulty needs a little reamping here. I give it a 7. Playtime and replay value. This game is long. I've put over 30 hours into it so far and I'm still in the 3rd palace. I didn't even beat the 1st palace until around 12 to 15 hours into the game. There's still so much to be done in this game and I can't wait to finish it up. But as far as replay value goes, I can't really answer that at this point. But does a game with 100 plus hours even need replay value? Some might think it does, but I feel like the story is good enough to revisit again in a year or so. I give that a 9. Okay, this brings us to my final score. My final score comes to an 8.85, which I'll be rounding up to an even 9. This JRPG has tons of personality and a story that easily goes 30 plus hours and up to God knows how much. There is much more to enjoy here than most games in this genre. I recommend this game to anyone who likes RPGs. Hell, even if you don't, and just enjoy a long story. Do yourself a favor, get this game. This game may have stole my heart, but it truly earned my $60. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Come check out my live streams on Twitch, Game of Shows. And check back next week. I'll be debuting my very first top 10 list video. That'll be the top 10 SNES games of all times, at least to me. Okay, maybe I'll throw a little GTA 5 shenanigans out there this week too. Hope you had a nice time watching this video. Now get back to playing.